Hello everyone, and welcome to another installment of the NCHSA 2020 Awards presentations. Today we have the privilege of meeting their 2020 Tony Simeon Courage Award winners, which are named for Tony Simeon, the longtime athletic director in High Point who saw his teams win 3 state basketball championships and a pillar in the coaching community across the state. Today we profile 4 exceptionally courageous students from across the state, presenting them with 2020 Courage Awards for their outstanding tenacity and determination in their triumph over life's adversities. This video will spotlight Andrea Cornel, a senior from Broughton High School, a key piece of the Caps volleyball team, as the setter.
Well, my sister played, and she just really liked the team aspect of it. I had never played like a big team sport like that before, and it was just really fun getting to know so many different girls and being close with 10 girls for an entire year. That's just a big part of it. And then also, I'm a setter, and there's quite a bit of strategy that goes along with that, and I really like strategy games.
But during the summer, Andrea's doctor noticed something unusual during her routine checkup.
I went in for my normal physical at my doctor, and she was the one who first noticed it. I did have some family members point out that they thought my neck looked a little strange after they found out as well, but until that point we had no idea. So my doctor noticed that my lymph nodes were swollen, so they sent me in for a bunch of tests, and a couple days later I found out that I had thyroid cancer.
Well, this was my first year as the head coach of the volleyball team, and I remember in the summer when I got on the job, I was kind of thinking about who was coming back, and Andrea played a big part, and they had a pretty talented year the year before. And I kind of was thinking that she would be our setter, but then I got an email, I believe from her dad, and he kind of told me everything I didn't know. So from there, I kind of was like, listen, we'll do whatever we can to have Andrea be on the team, but admittedly I was skeptical, like, is she gonna be able to make it to tryouts? Is she gonna be able to come to practices?
Because my case of cancer was a little more advanced, my doctors pretty much said that it wasn't super realistic I'd be playing in the fall. I did end up playing a bit, but I kind of knew it wouldn't be the same.
Entering her senior year and rocked with the news of having thyroid cancer, Andrea began the grueling journey of treatment.
So over the summer, I had 2 surgeries. The first was planned and the second was not. I developed an infection and ended up going back for another surgery and a couple more hospital stays about a month and a half later. So that kind of made the whole recovery process harder. There was a lot of physical therapy included, which was not expected at first. And then a couple months later, I had what's called radioactive iodine treatment, which is a type of radiation, but it's ingested and you're in isolation, but it's only 1 dose. So once I had that dose, I was in isolation for a couple of weeks, and no other treatment is expected provided the cancer doesn't come back quickly.
And she came to tryouts. Of course, she wasn't able to play, but I let her know that she had a place on the team. And then maybe 2-3 weeks into our season, she was able to start practicing with us. And of course, she missed a few here or there, but ever since that point, she was at most of our games and most of our practices. So
I'd never had any health issues prior to this, so I wasn't used to not being able to do something. That was just part of my normal routine, like volleyball. So that was definitely part of it. But the other thing was that I have so many of my best friends are on that team, and it's just such a supportive environment, and the athletics part of it too, exercising, it just makes you feel better, it makes you feel more normal, it takes your mind off everything. It just really helped me cope.
She is one of those students that is quiet in what she does, but she gives a smile easily. And just to see her when she was first coming to tryouts, and I've been through a battle like this before, so I know what you try to do to get back to normalcy. And even though she had a bandage on her neck, she was trying to just be a normal person playing volleyball. And she just, I had no clue she was going for the Moorhead Scholar. And those things are so inspiring to, I think, everybody. And I think what an opportunity for her teammates to see that and to be so much better because of her.
Following a difficult radioactive iodine treatment that left her in isolation for weeks, Andrea returned to the court for senior night with her Caps teammates.
So that was like right at the end of my isolation, and I was still feeling pretty awful. But senior night, it's like I've played volleyball for 4 years. It just was something I couldn't miss. So I don't know, it was one of those milestones you just don't want to miss. So I don't know, I had a lot of fun. I had my friends around me. I was able to, sleep through most of the day, so it wasn't a big deal when I was there. And, and the staff and my teachers and like my coaches, they made it happen too. So that was it was awesome.
She wanted to do as much as she could to support the team, be part of the team. When we went into the playoffs, I think she probably totally forgot what was going on in her life. They were just so determined and so excited and just played such awesome volleyball. I mean, it was a thrill to know that she was well enough to experience that and be part of it. And I really do think quietly her teammates were doing it for her because she didn't want that attention on herself, but they knew what a struggle it was for her. And it inspired them to be better and to understand, you know what, there's nothing going on in my life that challenges, what Andrea's going through. So I think that was something that they'll take with them the rest of their lives.
Andrea, an outstanding student who has been named a prestigious Moorhead Scholar at UNC, learned some key lessons through her journey and battle fighting thyroid cancer.
It's okay to pull back sometimes, when you're not feeling great. It's okay, that, if I'm not feeling well, it's okay to pull back and just pause and take a break, to take a nap, or, take a couple of hours to breathe and those kinds of things. Because I had never really done that. And asking for help. Again, I'm not used to asking for help, but asking my parents and teachers and friends that I need support, I need help with this or whatever, anything like that. And it's very different from, my thinking before all of this. So it's
an inspiring story of an inspiring and courageous young lady, one of the 2020 Tony Simeon Courage Award winners, Andrea Cornel from Broughton High School. For the North Carolina High School Athletic Association, I'm James Alverson. Thank you for watching.